You will never get fluent if you keep measuring your progress the wrong way. Most people listening to us right now are totally stuck. They hit a wall, they feel like they stopped learning, and they're literally this close to just quitting.
Ugh, the language plateau. It's the worst. You wake up, grab your coffee, study for hours, and feel like you haven't moved.
Exactly. But here is the secret we're sharing at the cafe today. You're actually getting better. You just don't see it because you're looking for the wrong things. Your progress isn't obvious anymore. It's hidden.
Right. So today, Ben and I are breaking down the 5 completely hidden signs that prove your English is actually leveling up, even if your brain is screaming that you're failing.
Sign number 1, you stopped doing the math.
Wait, the math? We're an English podcast, Ben. Don't scare people with math.
You know what I mean, the mental gymnastics. When you first start learning, someone says a sentence and what do? You pause, you translate it into your native language, you think of a reply, you translate it back to English, and then you speak. It takes like 10 seconds.
Yes, it is literally an exhausting mathematical equation in your head. But the hidden sign of progress is when that stops. You just hear a sentence and boom, you feel the meaning. You don't translate it anymore.
Exactly. You just catch the vibe. You might not even know every single word I just said, but you got the message.
That is such a huge milestone because it means you are finally treating English as a real tool for communication, not just a school test you have to pass.
Yep. If you catch yourself understanding a joke or a story without pausing to translate the words in your head, grab a coffee and celebrate. You just leveled up.
I love that. It's all about the feeling, not the dictionary. So if you were doing that, give yourself a pat on the back. But what about when things go wrong, Ben? Like when you mess up?
Oh, making mistakes? That leads us straight into sign number 2. And honestly, people hate this one, but it is actually the ultimate proof of fluency.
Sign number 2 is what I like to call the oops moment. It's when you catch your own mistakes in real time.
Oh man, people get so mad at themselves for this. They say something like, he don't like coffee, and then a second later they go, wait, no, he doesn't like coffee, and they feel so stupid.
Exactly. They think, oh, I've been studying for 2 years and I'm still making basic grammar mistakes. I'm terrible.
Are you kidding me? If you do that, you should be throwing a party.
Right. When you were a beginner, you made that mistake and kept right on talking. You had no clue. But now, your brain has a built-in grammar alarm. It rings the second you say something wrong.
The self-correction is gold. It means the rules are finally living in your subconscious. Even native speakers stumble and correct themselves mid-sentence all day long. It makes you sound natural, not robotic.
Totally. So stop beating yourself up over the oops moments. Now, Ben, what about the physical side of English?
You mean the English headache?
Yes, the brain burn. That brings us to sign number 3. Your listening stamina has completely changed.
Let's be honest, listening to English used to be a heavy workout. Remember watching a 10-minute YouTube video without subtitles back in the day?
Oh my God, I would need a 2-hour nap afterward. Your brain is burning so much energy just trying to grab every single syllable. It's physically exhausting.
But look at you now. If you're sitting here listening to MA English Cafe, maybe you're driving, maybe you're washing the dishes or hitting the gym, and your head doesn't hurt, that is massive.
It's just like running. The first time you run a mile, you feel like you're going to pass out. But after a year, you can run and talk to your friend at the same time. Your muscles adapted.
Your brain is a muscle. If you can casually listen to us talking at full speed right now, with all our background noise and fast pacing, and you're just relaxing, you have officially broken the plateau.
I feel like nobody talks about stamina. They only talk about vocabulary. But stamina is what actually lets you live in the language.
100%. Stamina equals freedom. You can finally just enjoy a movie or a podcast without feeling like you're taking a college exam.
Okay, moving on to sign number 4, and this one is actually a little spooky when it happens for the first time. It is the subconscious takeover.
Spooky? What do you mean? Like ghosts?
No, like when English invades your brain without your permission. You're just walking down the street, drinking your coffee, and you suddenly think, wow, the weather is great today. But you thought it in English.
Oh, yes, the random English thoughts. Or when you accidentally stub your toe on the table and you yell, ouch, or swear in English instead of your native language.
Exactly. Your brain bypassed your native language entirely because it needed to react fast. That means English is no longer just a subject you study, it's a natural survival reflex.
And everybody talks about dreaming in English as the ultimate goal, but honestly, even just talking to your dog in English without thinking about it is the exact same thing. It's your subconscious fully accepting the language.
I love it when that happens. Okay, we have one final sign, sign number 5, and this is the ultimate street smart skill for any English learner.
The art of bypassing, or, the survival mode. Look, forgetting words is normal. I forget words in my native language all the time.
Same, it's the worst.
But a beginner will forget a word, panic, apologize, and the whole conversation dies. An advanced learner, they bypass it.
Give me an example. Let's say I completely forget the word for refrigerator.
Okay, so instead of freezing and saying, oh, my English is bad, you just smile and say, hey, can you grab me a water from the big, tall, cold box where we keep the food?
The cold box, I love that. And the crazy thing is, the native speaker won't even care. They'll just say, oh, the fridge? Sure, and hand you the water.
Exactly. Bypassing proves you have control. You don't need the exact dictionary word to get your point across. You just navigate around the problem. That flexibility, that is true fluency.
So true. Fluency isn't knowing every word, it's knowing how to survive when you don't. So guys, take a deep breath. You are doing so much better than you think. The plateau is just a lie your brain tells you.
You are leveling up every single day. But now it's our favorite part of the cafe. We want to hear from you. Put your coffee down and hit the comments.
Yes, which of these 5 hidden signs have you personally noticed in yourself? Or have you experienced a completely weird random sign that proved you were getting better?
Tell us your story down in the comments. Jenny and I are reading all of them. Do not stay silent.
Keep pushing, guys. We'll see you at the cafe in the next episode.